everybody, welcome to the 7-month update of my temperature blanket. I can't believe I've consistently stuck with this for the past 7 months, now that we're in August, 8 months. But we're literally closer to finishing this blanket than we are from starting it, which is insane. I got my cup of coffee. You can hear the heater running. I have finally turned the heater on after the last 2 months of not having it on. It is cold today. The leaves are starting to turn yellow and fall. There's that cold nip in the air that makes it feel like September. It's just overcast and a little breezy and rainy today, so I'm happy to be staying inside a little bit. But we're not going to talk about August. It's not the August update yet. We're going to talk about July. But first, let me show you what the blanket looks like so far. I really haven't had time to do the short form updates on my temperature blanket, and it's fun because so often people come to me that are visiting our little remote Alaska village and ask how the temperature blanket is going, which is fun. I love that you guys are as invested in this as I am. I just have not been able to keep up for doing it every single week. Hopefully that will change once October is here and lodge life slows down. But anyways, let me show you what the blanket looks like now. So you can see we've definitely hit some warmer temps in July, not very much of a surprise. If we need a little reference for color range, this color is 40s, this is 50s, this is 60s, and we even hit some 70s at the end of the month. So these were literally our second and third time hitting the 70s since mid-June. So there was quite a spread where we had see, it's curling, so it's hard to show you the whole blanket in its form. This is the end of the month. There's quite a bit of time where we were consistently in the 40s, mostly 50s and 60s though. Then here's our high from June with the 70s, and that's the day that we of course hiked the mountain, and it was the hottest day of the year so far. As you can see, there's a lot of pinks going on in this blanket right now, which was not my intention of making these this blanket. I really am more of a greens and blues girly, so if I do this again, I definitely want to change my color scheme to match that. But the thing is, I didn't anticipate the spring being so warm. I was hoping to see more of those greens and blues that we see. Well, we didn't even hit blues really. We have more greens down here in the end of January, which I hope we can see that again come the winter time. But it's definitely turning out more pink than anything else, which it is what it is. I finished my first skein of the 40 degrees range. Really, this one was this one right here was the one I needed to open a whole new skein of yarn. So I have used 2 skeins of my 30 degree range, I'm on the second skein of my 30 degree range, and also just started the second skein of my 40 degrees. And just looking into August, I will probably be seeing a lot more of those 40 degrees and way less of these 60s, and I think we're done with the 70s now. Hopefully not. It's still early August. But July was a busy month. I honestly completed the first 10 days of this blanket in by the 15th of July, and then it wasn't until the 7th of August where I completed the rest of it. I just dedicated my whole day off to finishing the rows. I think the day before my day off, I completed the end of the lows row, and then on my day off, I just worked hard on getting the rest of the highs row finished, because each month has 2 rows, the lows and the highs, just so the blanket's a little bit bigger. And this is where I really wished that I was working on more flowers during the off season to be able to just add them on, because right now I really don't have any leftover in my stash. So even for August, I have to crank out a whole bunch to even just put them on, which is fine. That is what it is. I just wish I would have thought it out better in the beginning of the year and just cranked out a bunch of these mid-range temps, but it's fine. It'll be okay. July was a busy month, and I'm not surprised that it took me so long to finish the July section of this blanket. I am so very thankful that the lodge has been so busy. Typically in July, we'll see like 415 people here on like for the whole month, and that includes people staying overnight, people who are just here for the day. This year we saw close to 500. And then also cranking in all the numbers for all the guests who we're gonna see this summer alone, it's gonna be over 1,000, which I think this is the first year that we're gonna break over 1,000 visitors, which is insane. Well, let's just say because of that alone, my schedule has been so busy. If you watch any of my short form vlogs or even some of my other vlogs, you know that I'm starting pretty early in the morning. Typically, I wake up sometime between 4:30, 4:45, and I get ready for the day. I start work anytime between like 5:15, 5:30, and I've been doing more consistently, like staying at home because I don't want to walk outside in the dark. One, bats, don't want to deal with that. So I stay home until about 6 until I go to the lodge to work from there, kind of help supervise things, help serve out breakfast before doing like hosting stuff and meetings. And like right now, it's Sunday right now, it's about 9:45 in the morning. I just had breakfast, just finished my meetings, sitting down to film this video before I do more emails. What I really loved about July is that I got to sit outside and work on my computer, which was so nice because it was so warm. Those 50s, 60s, and 70s really do show that it was that warm outside. But now it's just too cold, so I'm going to stay in the comfort of my home. And as temperatures start to drop, I really am wondering what the blanket is going to look like, just because I feel like the first 6 months are pretty consistent with the same, like even the 30s. I think that this month was the first month we didn't see any 30 degrees. Actually, yeah. Wow, that's the first month of this year we did not see anything in the 30 degrees. Hopefully we won't see that in August either, because I'd really like to not keep using that color. There's a lot of it in this year's blanket. But it's looking really pretty. Look at that. I'm so excited for this blanket. It's definitely not going to be very big when it's done. Like, this is the width of it right now. But that's okay. This was a dream, an experiment, and we'll see how this turns out. Also, another blanket that I've been working on. This is the second baby blanket like this that I have made this year. I showed in a vlog that I finished the other blanket that was similar to this for twins that are being born in our family. So this is the second one. I really only have like 2 more rows to join together, because right now they're all just these loose squares. So I'll continue to join them. I was hoping to finish this on my next day off, because these twins are literally due next month. So I want to make sure that they're done. And then this one, I was lazy and I didn't weave in any ends. Like the other one still has a little bit. This one needs a lot. So that alone is just going to take a lot of time to weave. But I want to get them done, so it's just done and over with. And I did my counting wrong, and I'm literally 1 square short, so I need to make another square so I can finish it. And then there's another blanket that I'm making. It's very ambitious. It's supposed to look like a quilt, and I'm making one for myself that's a little bit more scaled back. This one's like literally queen size bed-ish quilt. But this is what all of the squares will look like. I think I showed you guys these at the beginning of the year, because I had this one, this one, and this one done in like January and really haven't finished it since then, and I really need to get it done this winter. So I have been working on getting a bunch of the centers finished, and I think that I have like, how many of these did I count? Like 9 left of these centers to do before I work on all the edging around them, and it's gonna look like a quilt. I'm probably gonna be really sad that this is not one that I am keeping, but I also thought about turning the quilt looking squares into like a pillowcase type thing. So we'll see, like when I am putting it together, I'll check it to see how it looks like on a pillow type of a thing, because I would definitely make some of these to put on my pillows that will go on this couch. Thanks for coming for a temperature blanket update / other projects update. I'll see you guys next month for the next one. Hopefully soon we'll start to do more of the weekly updates, because I've missed doing that. I don't know about you, but I've definitely missed it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.